It's no secret that America has a debt problem. U.S. consumer debt is at an all-time high of almost $4 trillion, and the average American is getting crushed by monthly payments on credit cards, student loans, and other debt. But here's the good news. A decade after the financial crisis, American homeowners have $14 trillion in home equity. Those are real dollars that can be used to wipe out credit cards and other high-interest loans and save a typical consumer hundreds of dollars a month in interest charges. But here's the catch. Reorganizing and optimizing all that debt across all those different product types is really hard to do. There's lots of complicated math, confusing language, and paperwork. That's where we come in. Hi, everyone. We're Kevin and Ryan from Mr. Cooper. You've probably never heard of Mr. Cooper, but we're one of America's largest home loan companies. We serve about 1 in 20 American homeowners today. Today, we're launching a new app we call Home Intelligence, or HI, that helps homeowners get much more from their single biggest and most important asset, their home. Let us show you how it works. Ryan here is a Mr. Cooper customer, and he's just logged in to the Home Intelligence app. We have one of the largest databases of real estate and home information in the world, and we use that to provide immediate insights into Ryan's home and his neighborhood. He can see his home's estimated value, the equity he has in his home, and the percent that he owns. Surprisingly, this really simple piece of information is something most homeowners just don't know offhand. We provide all the basic information you might expect from any real estate app, but we also go much deeper. My favorite feature is one we call the nosy neighbor. It allows you to navigate your neighborhood by swiping left and right, Tinder style, to see what's going on. When you see an alert on one of the homes, you know that something new has happened. In this case, one of Ryan's neighbors has added a pool and invested in their home, something he's very interested in knowing. So all this is really cool and fun, but let me show you where Home Intelligence gets really interesting. On Ryan's home screen, you'll see a message that says he might be able to save over $500 a month by bundling some of his debt. This is a feature we call the tune-up. Let's show you how it works. The tune-up starts with a goal in mind. In this case, Ryan's goal is simply to cut his monthly payments on debt by bundling as much as possible at a lower rate. So he's going to choose that goal. Because Ryan is already a customer of ours, we have most of his financial information on file. He doesn't have to answer a bunch of questions. He doesn't have to enter a bunch of numbers. With just a few questions and a few minutes, he'll complete the tune-up, and we're going to do this right now for you. The first step is for Ryan to authorize a soft credit pull. This doesn't impact his credit record in any way, but it does allow us to make sure all the information we have on file is up to date. And away we go. The Home Intelligence engine right now is looking at all of Ryan's debt and running hundreds of scenarios to optimize that debt and save money. And here's the results. In this case, Ryan can save $538 a month by optimizing his debt. Now, coincidentally, that $538 a month is the average savings amount that we've seen in testing with over 20,000 actual customers. That is a life-changing savings amount. Ryan can see all the debts that he can bundle, and he can easily toggle them on or off if he wants to include them or not. We provide multiple ways for Ryan to bundle his debt. We're a home loan company, and we focus on home loans. So, of course, option number one is that Ryan can refinance his home loan and use home equity to bundle his debt. Or if he doesn't want to touch his existing home loan, he can choose to do a second mortgage, or he can choose a personal loan. And each of these products has its pros and cons. We lay out the pros and cons of each so you can make a decision. In Ryan's case, he wants to refinance his home loan because that results in the greatest monthly savings. We also encourage financial responsibility. Ryan is going to save $538 a month, and he can apply that in a couple of ways. He can keep that cash and just cut his monthly burn rate, or he can fast track his loan and apply the $538 a month to his new loan to pay it off faster. In Ryan's case, that's what he's going to choose because he's not only going to pay off all of his debt, but he's also going to pay off his new home loan 3.5 years faster than his old home loan, and he's going to save $60,000 in interest over the life of the loan. And I know that sounds like an extraordinary example, but that's very typical of what we see at Mr. Cooper every day. And just like that, we're done. In just a couple of minutes, we were able to take a look at all of Ryan's debt and find a way for him to save over $500 a month. We provide a nice side-by-side before and after snapshot of his tune-up plan, and we also lay out the pros and cons. We all know that in any financial transaction, there are pros and cons. We believe in being very transparent about both the pros and the cons. We also talk about what's in it for Mr. Cooper and how we make money. It's something customers want to know. So Ryan is super excited about saving over $500 a month, but he has a few questions and he'd like to talk to a real human being to get those answered. We connect every customer at Mr. Cooper with a dedicated Mr. Cooper expert that stays with them through the entire process. In this case, we've connected Ryan with his Mr. Cooper expert, Brooke. And Ryan has a couple of options for how to connect with Brooke, but he likes to have face-to-face conversations, so he's going to choose FaceTime. Devilishly good-looking guy. And here live from Dallas is Brooke, Ryan's Mr. Cooper expert. No, she's not an actress, even though she looks like one. She's actually a real Mr. Cooper expert. And she's got all of Ryan's information right in front of her on an iPad, so she can answer any questions he might have about his specific tune-up plan or help him get started on implementing it. Thanks, Brooke. So we're super excited to be launching Home Intelligence today in beta to all of our 3 million customers this summer and to the rest of the world by the end of the year. This is an app that's going to save American homeowners millions and millions of dollars, and it will change lives. We've already seen it happen. So we thank you very much for your time. We hope if you have any questions or want to learn more, you'll stop by our booth. And especially for those of you out there who are entrepreneurs and have great ideas in housing or real estate, we are active investors, and we'd love to talk to you as well. Thank you very much.